Hello, YouTube! My name is Tanis Fugit, and welcome back to another episode of Factorio! Alright, so it's been a couple days since my last recording on my end, so I do remember that I left you on a bit of a cliffhanger here, because these guys look like they are about ready to roll, and they are going to roll right down on us. Actually, however, as I say that, we're getting attacked over here instead. I believe I did mention at the end of the last episode that I expected an attack to come from this way as well. There is damage being done over here, unfortunately. I thought I put up turrets over here. Oh, welcome to the episode, guys! I thought I put up turrets over here. Did I really not? No, they didn't do much damage. Yeah, just a little bit of, it wasn't much. I guess I put some up over here. I guess I didn't put them right here. Didn't really expect this base to send anything. Or was it these guys and they just took a long way around instead of going this way? Oh, that's very annoying. Here, I can repair. Repair the damage that was done. We're going to make some more guns. We're going to set them out here. It's not a huge deal. It's just a little annoying. I'm still waiting on this attack wave to actually fire. Yeah, we sort of just jumped right into things, didn't we? Well, sometimes that happens in this game. Really should get guns being made automatically. I am gonna come over here, though. Well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just make some... Maybe I should just make a few guns and actually, like, put them down here before I actually do anything else. I'm gonna do something like boom, boom. And these actually take a while to make, which is the other, like, really frustrating thing about it. Okay, couple of magazines in there that'll at least keep that going. Ah, you don't have anything that you're on anymore anyway. You're gonna get up and get out of there anyway. Are there any other ones of these out of material? Does not look like it. Everybody seems good. All right. So that being said, I'm gonna put down that drill that I just pulled up. I'm gonna put it back down right around here somewhere, I think. Saw a post today on Reddit where somebody had posted and was asking about positioning of their miners and stuff like that, and some of the things that people were saying made a lot of sense to me, where they were talking about how, you know, efficiency doesn't really matter that much when it comes to these, just so long as you're getting the whole patch picked up. And I think that makes a lot of sense. So I am not really going to worry that much about efficiency anymore, as much as possible. I'm just going to, you know, not worry about... Oh, here's the attack wave. It's coming in. I see it. It's already on my way over here. Looks like it all got cleaned up before it could actually hit the line, which is awesome. So I'm actually going to put another one of these down. I'm going to put those in it, and then I'm going to, like, I'm actually just going to stand here, and I'm going to pick up as many of these as I can. 66, actually not a ton. I'm actually going to grab everything off this, and I'm going to grab everything off of a lot of these sections here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put down some walls. I'm going to go like so. It creates a nice shooting gallery for them to shoot from. And so this basically means that if the biters like get through here before these guys kill them, they'll have to stop on the wall, right? They'll have to hit the wall and try and do damage to the wall and break through it before they actually can even hit the turrets themselves. Big benefit to us in that way. But with all of these different possible attack vectors, I am starting to wonder if I don't want to just like move forward and clear some of these out. But for the time being, we'll just hang out. So, yeah, 5 minutes into the video. Hi, guys. What are we doing today? Well, the main thing I'm interested in doing today is extending... Well, we're going to get ready for extending out our tech, right? Obviously, we're only 3 techs into the game out of, I believe, 6 or 7. So we've obviously got a lot more to go. So what am I going to do? What's the techs that I want to make? First thing I want... well, the next tech is going to be blue science. So actually, if I open up the tech tree here, and we look at blue science, that's the next one that's going to get made. Now, you can see there's a lot of things I got to unlock before I get there, so it's actually going to be a bit. And what does it need? It needs sulfur, advanced circuits, and engine units. As you can see, we aren't on our way to any of those things. We don't even know what any of those things are yet. In fact, you'll see we don't even have the tech for any of those ready to go yet. So, you know, we got quite a bit to do. This is going to be in a bit of a contrast to what I suggested last game, and actually last session, and over the last couple of videos, which is where I was like super sure that, you know, I had so many resources, or that I had so much science going, and that I wasn't actually going to need any more science. Well, that may not be accurate. So what we're going to do instead, I'm going to make 4 more of these, and we're gonna put down more of these labs, and we're going to get this ticking away even faster, because while I do agree with what I said before, which is that, you know, sometimes this science can unlock so fast that you don't actually have a chance to implement the changes that are, you know, that are part of it, I also firmly believe that right now there's a lot of science we need to unlock. So actually, physical projectile damage 2 is about to tick over. And indeed, once it does, I think I'm actually just going to hold for a second and let that actually tick over. Boom. Okay. So now that that's done, we could do physical damage 2. We could do shooting speed 2. I think we're actually going to move away from all of those, and we're going to start moving down the actual tech tree. The first thing is going to be advanced materials processing. This is going to open up these steel furnaces, which need steel plates and bricks. So actually, now that I'm looking at that, I forgot these need bricks, and actually it's a really good thing that we bust the bricks, because the bricks and the steel, I believe, are right next to each other on the bus, which is going to make it real easy to sort of break off a small group of factories that are just producing a handful of these, right? So that'll actually be good, because we'll get that going, and we can start producing a ton of these automatically, and once that's going, we can change out all of our smelting for these guys. They're so much faster, and I don't know if they're more efficient, but they're definitely faster than the furnaces that we're using right now. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start this research, and we're going to now extend out. Again, this take a while to make in my hand. I'm not doing anything very efficiently here. Let's see, 2, and then 1 more. So we'll go ahead and plunk that down there and that down there, which will get all of them going, and will power all of the inserters that we're going to run with them. Boom, and it's now done as well. Now we're going to make a whole bunch of these inserters, and we're going to get these guys online. Let's go down and down and down and down. And we have to go over and over and over. Okay. You need power. And there we go. All right. Now we've gone from 5 to 9. So we're almost going to double our science consumption. Now there is always, of course, a possibility that the 8 green science facilities and the, 12 red science facilities are not, you know, they're not going to supply they're only going to supply a certain number of these labs, right? Eventually, if I put down like 1,000 labs, I will not have enough of these green science to actually support all of it. But whether or not that's true of 9, it seems unlikely. Much more likely is that I could actually tessellate this out to 12 or 16 before I actually start running into trouble. But for right now, that is where it is. So the advanced materials processing, since it needs steel and bricks, I'm actually gonna, I think, start that process like here, I think, of actually like breaking that off and using it here. I don't know if, well, we'll give it a shot, I think. I don't know if it's like the best idea to do that, but we're gonna give it a shot. I need to grab more. We're gonna zoom out. I'm gonna try and find where I'm doing, yeah, these guys. We're gonna grab a whole bunch of these, a few hundred at a time. And I'm going to make by hand. Oh, well, actually I'm not. I'll make a couple of splitters. Actually, don't I make, yeah, I've got these being made as intermediary products here, so I'm just gonna snag a bunch of them. It may temporarily starve something, but I'm not super worried about it right now. Oof, we're definitely seeing slowdown. Things are not getting quite enough of what they need. So I'm going to, and again, this will help once we get the advanced materials processing, but we're going to open up more of this. And let's make a bunch of these inserters. So far, this episode has not been what I thought it would be in any way, shape, or form. I have to admit, more shooting happening down here. We're just going to ignore that for now. Yeah, I got to admit, this episode has not been at all what I was expecting that it was going to turn into when I sat down to do this episode. Because right now it's just been increasing productivity and fighting off a wave I didn't expect to be fighting off. I think the next step is actually going to be even more drills. Oh boy. You know what? Give me a minute. I'm going to fully flesh out this iron. I might even break it off into a third run here of iron so that I've got 3 runs of iron coming out, which might require me to change up all of this nonsense. We will see. I have not yet decided how that's going to look. So give me a minute. I will be back. Oh, actually, let's do this first. Let's set up another thing. Engines are well on the way. Circuit networks. All right, there's logic circuits in this game where you can like tell things like, look at this chest, if it's got this much stuff, then do this. You can look at like this production line, if it's got this machine, if it's currently producing something, then do this. There's all sorts of like logic that you can line up and make your different machines and automated stuff do things based on certain information, which is incredibly powerful and even necessary for a lot of end game stuff. I've never gotten to the point where I found that incredibly useful. So I'm probably going to hold off on that for now. I am going to grab gates real quick. Not that I'm actually going to use gates, but it's just a nice finisher to this tech line, and I want to get it out of the way. So let's get this going. And yeah, I'm going to make more iron production. I'll be right back. See you guys in a bit. Well, damn it. That's so frustrating. I have a whole line of gun turrets right here that did nothing to protect this. This is so incredibly frustrating. And like, the only thing I can do to make sure this doesn't happen is to invalidate this whole part of the game, right? And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, you know, just go and wipe out the base, because I can just go wipe out the base because I'm using the Fill For Me mod, which makes my ability to just run up and you know, plump down turrets much easier, right? So, like, I could just do that. Like, why wouldn't I? But, like, you know, that's clearly not the idea. That's not how the game is supposed to work. You're just supposed to, like, deal with these things, and I don't know, it's just very frustrating to me. This whole part of the game, I don't like it. I will go on record at this point and just say I don't like it. I think this is silly, and you see now I'm getting attacked from multiple places. This is usually where my playthroughs of this game, like, you know, fall apart, because at this point I get sick of dealing with these sorts of things. So I'm gonna put all this back together. I'm gonna sort of there we go. That's everything that got broken down here. We're gonna put turrets. We're gonna move the turrets to, like, here. We're gonna move these turrets in. Yeah, I'm being attacked in multiple, like, angles now. I actually think I'm just gonna pick these. What do I got? 6 guns? Is that enough? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We're at least gonna take care of this group out here. This big group here. We're at least gonna take care of this group. Pick these guys back up. Okay. And I'll pick you up. Is that all of them? That was actually much less than I even thought there was going to be here. Very nice. Okay, well now I guess I'm just going to go on a murder spree. I guess I might as well. That went very, very well for me. Might as well go do the rest of it. And again, this is not, you know, this is not how this is intended to work. These fights are intended to be much harder. You're supposed to, like, turtle up and move out slowly. But, you know, I find that to be a very frustrating approach to the game, and so I don't do it. Alright, there was never actually a base there to begin with. I guess I never really realized it, but that was not a base to begin with. But this must have been the group that attacked them. This is, like, getting just touched by the venom, so I might as well go down there and take care of these guys. I think this is the group that attacked most recently. That did the damage. Yeah, there's, like, an outgroup over here that's about to make an attack. Pick them back up. And move forward. Set them down. Oh, all of my... Damn it all. All of my ammo keeps getting put in this section, and my, like, equipped ammo. Whenever I pick up the gun. There we go. Yeah, whenever I pick up one of these guns, the ammo that was in it keeps going back into my equipped ammo spot instead of going, like, back into my inventory, which puts back a little bit of that micromanagement, which is what I'm trying to avoid in the first place. So it's a little bit frustrating, but not too bad. With that taken care of, I just gotta, like, isolate these guys, I guess, and make sure that they're not gonna be... Well, and then I got these guys over here as well. Ugh! Multiple problems. So what I'm gonna do here, I think, yeah, these guys keep throwing attacks this way. See, we got another one ongoing here as we speak. See, this one actually hit the wall here. This one actually hit the turret. So this is the next thing that's got to go for sure. Grab some of these. We're gonna blow up some trees. cut our way through the forest to get to these damn biters. What are you talking about? Why are there entities being destroyed? Where did that even come from? Fuck. Oh my god, and now... Hold on. All the military science production. 50 or 60 different items gone. We're gonna try it again. Nice. Okay. Yeah, and you can see my other... Actually, this might be the guns I was just using. That are flashing right here. Not sure, because even though I was the one like running them and throwing them forward, they still flash as being in combat. So those might have just been my guns I was just actively using there. All right, and you see, even then I almost died, but that's because I only went in with 3 guns. So the enemy's got way, way, way more shots off than like you would normally expect. Okay. Well, now I've got to go fix everything that was broken, so I'll see you guys once I get all that put back together. See you in a bit. Alright, welcome back. I am still frustrated, but I'm getting there. Alright, so that is now done. And oh god, I was in the middle of a time lapse when that all took place, so I'm gonna go back to what I was doing before. A couple of notes though. As you can see, first of all, the work that I was doing is already paying significant dividends. You know, this iron supply has shorn up nicely, and I'm not even done. But also, as you can see going here, the map is much bigger than it was a bit ago. We have access to way more stuff that we can see thanks to the radars that we put down. You can see we're finally starting to see additional resource nodes. So we were seeing this uranium. This was right on the edge of the map before. Now you can see that like the uranium way on the outside of here, we've got a huge 25 million resource copper ore mine vein right here. Obviously, it's sitting on a lot of biters. Like there's an absolute massive mountain of biters on it, so we'll have to clear all of them out before we can do it. There's a big stone. There was a very small, I thought there was a smaller stone. Yeah, there's a small stone patch we have access to here, but here's another big one as well. This iron is going to be huge. This is going to be like a 20 million, 30 million iron ore patch once this gets fully exposed. This is going to be huge. And then a massive 19 million coal up here as well. However, I do say, once again, same thing I said last episode or a couple episodes back, no oil, no crude oil anywhere to be seen. This is not going to be fun. Oh boy. Well, let me finish up my my getting my iron production up to code, all right? I'll be right back. See you guys in a bit. All right, welcome back, guys. Here's the issue now, is that now I've got a third belt full of iron that needs to basically make it into the entire distribution network, right? So here's the basic way I'm going to go about doing this. I'm going to make a few splitters here. I'm actually going to make more splitters. I'm going to grab some of this. We're going to make a few more splitters here. And what we're going to do with these splitters is, I'm not actually entirely sure if there's a better way to do this, but I'm basically gonna do just this, right? What that's gonna do is it's just gonna make sure that if any one of these lines starts to get weak or starts to have spots open, it's gonna be supported by one of the other lines. This is definitely not super efficient or like 100% guarantee that it's balanced, but it's gonna have to be good enough. Another one of the very frustrating things I've noticed from my earlier encounters with all the biters is that unfortunately I now have an odd number of these underground belts, which is very frustrating because you have to use an even number of them. Like every time you create an underground, you have to use one on the other side of it, so it always takes two. But I had one of them but like an odd number of them got destroyed in the fighting. Very frustrating. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep extending this out here. That's actually a very... I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Hold on. This is very silly. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. This is not a good way to be doing this. I don't know why. I just completely went on autopilot there for a minute. None of this makes any sense. I don't know why I would do any of this. Like, I was effectively just on autopilot there. There we go. That's more like what it should look like. And then I'm going to put a single undergrounder here, and that'll sort of connect that up. I should probably also... Yeah, you know what? This seems... No, this is wrong. This should be fixed. Well, there isn't a way to fix it 100%. Because this is now spaghetti nonsense, like most of the base, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, and unfortunately now we're going to run into all of this nonsense where I put these up against the line on purpose. And I could weave them under, but I kind of don't want to do that. So we'll take these out. I know that basically depowers half the base. I know I'm as frustrated as everyone else, trust me. There we go. Everything's back on. And now I keep running this across. Do an underground here. There's an electric pole in the way. We can go here instead to not have to move that pole. Also to use one less. Also to use one less belt. Let's get the splitter on here. There we go, okay. So we are sort of, you know, rejiggering the line a little bit here. The whole belt is having to be sort of rebuilt because I changed how many pieces were part of it, but I knew that was going to happen at some point. And the belt is, the truth of the belt is that it's kind of an early game idea. It's not really supposed to carry you through the whole game. Why is this set up like this? Why are you way up here? How did I not give myself a space to add this belt? I'm just now noticing. How is that possible? How is this going to work? Okay. This is not ideal. This is even less ideal than... This is even less ideal than other things I've been doing. Which is saying something. Ah, that's gotta go as well. Man! Just cannot win. Now let's go ahead and jump this gap. Okay, technically that seems to have worked. Why do you all not have power now? Go, because I broke this one more time and never reestablished it. There we go, now all you guys have power again. La-di-da. All right, we finished engine. Engine is an interesting one because it lets me make engine units. Engine units don't really do anything on their own, but are part of trains and other vehicles and eventually become part of like some power armor that I can wear and stuff like that. So it's very important to have done it. We're not going to be making engine units yet, although we will be getting on that at some point. Currently, I think the next thing that we are going to look for is, so, I mean, if we look at, for instance, if we look at blue science, which again, we still can't get access to, the main path, we need an engine, by the way, for blue science anyway. So if we start looking down the line here, we see the next thing is going to be fluid handling, oil processing, sulfur processing, plastics, advanced electronics, and chemical plant. Some of you maybe have noticed as I sort of go through this that I said oil processing, fluid handling, sulfur processing, plastics. All of this requires crude oil. Yeah, this is where the problems are going to start coming in because we don't have access to any of that right now, which means that we're going to need to like explore the map a lot to find what we're looking for. So what that means is that right now I'm not going to focus on fluid handling because that's not going to help us. What is going to help us is trains. Getting on various trains so that we can start to set up shop at some of these really extended out resource locations that we've been finding. That's going to be kind of the next big step. So what do we need for railway? Well, we need logistics 2, as you can see up here, and that is something we are ready to unlock. These actually give us the faster belts that I was talking about in earlier stuff, so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go logistics 2. However, that is actually going to have to be for another episode because we're kind of out of time here. So, yeah, it was a weird one. I cleared out the rest of the biter's nest. I just got sick of them fighting me, so I just went out and cleared them out. I spent a lot of time having to just rebuild infrastructure and sort of expand existing infrastructure. Not a lot actually got done this episode, sorry to say, but that we did set the tone for next episode, so I'm excited for it. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Montanus Fugit. Thank you for stopping by the Fugitive Theater Otutanis, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.